Good morning, everybody. I was rummaging through my feed at Tangle Explorations this morning, and somebody posted this. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? This is posted by, I don't know how to say her name. You guys can see it. Kairul Ohoho. Anyway, uh, I don't know why that says September 25th, 2023. I only saw it this morning, but apparently it was posted back in September. Anyway, I really like this movement, and I want to do something kind of like this. Yeah, that's my inspiration for today. We're gonna go with lines, just lines again today. Let me turn on my light so you get rid of shadows. And let's do it actually on a white piece of paper. I don't usually draw on white, but I feel like this one really needs a clean, bright white. And I think I'm going to, well, I definitely am going to make a border. I think I'm going to make a focal point. I don't think I want it smack in the middle though. I think I want it like maybe here. And I'm going to give myself where I want my first lines to go. I'm going to start with that. And then from that, we're going to build outward. Because whatever I put down first will be like on top. I'm going to start with that. You guys can probably not see that. There you go. Can you see some of that? Not much. That will all come together as I draw. Well, let's give ourselves a border so that we don't get too close to the edge, because I like a border. My paper is moving. Okay. Start with that blob. I'm actually going to fill it in to start with. Like this. And we're going to do just lines. But we're going to do like maybe, I don't know how wide I feel like it doing it. Four or five lines wide. Maybe six. Something like that. That feels good. To here. I'm going to go this way. Just like that. just going to draw lines until we've filled this up as full as we feel like it wants to live. The one she did was on a really big page, and she said it took her several days to complete, which doesn't sound surprising to me in the least. Let's do do 5. Are my lines exactly my lines, if you look at them, they are not even close to being smooth or symmetrical or even. That's okay. Could I try to draw it that way? Absolutely. Am I a machine and can draw it that way? Absolutely not. My shorter lines are usually better than my longer ones, but I'm going to go with 5 or 6 lines depending on how I feel here. And we're going to put some of them going behind now. Let's do 6. This one. Okay. And then let's do this one coming maybe out from here and around this way. Something like that. And then let's just go this way. Let's come up, come out over here. And other than those first few, I have absolutely no plan. For these lines, they're just going to go where they go. And when we're all finished, we'll come back in and darken up the areas that we leave. I want to thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. Let me tell you where we're at today. Let me give us an update. Go into YouTube Studios, and we are at 29,981. almost there. Trying to get to that 30,000 number. What's the significance of 30,000? Well, other than the fact that it's a nice round number. I told myself, like, gosh, I don't know when it was that it was like almost a year ago when we were nearing that milestone. I told you guys, I said, well, when we get to 30,000, we're going to do a giveaway. So if you guys want to win some of my art, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so. When we get to that 30,000, I will have that giveaway. If you have subscribed, please check to make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube sometimes unsubscribes you. That happened to us the other night. My husband and I are like, why are we not subscribed to this channel? We watch that channel regularly, like every time they post. And for some reason we weren't subscribed anymore, which was not good. So every so often YouTube will go through and just randomly unsubscribe you from places. So check all your subscriptions, not just mine. And I'm just going to keep going until I have it filled in as much as I feel like filling in. I have, like I said, I have no really rhyme or reason or plan for anything except for it's like, oh, well, that's a nice big area. Let's fill something in. And I'm just making whatever shape catches my fancy. One more. decided I'd answer a question. I guess I probably should. Just so that I have something to talk about, because I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. I'm not going to be out here very long. I usually sit out here and do 3 or 4 drawings at a time. It's not going to happen today. My back hurts. I'm probably only going to do this 1, maybe 2. Maybe 2. If I do 2, we will complete the month of February if I do Monday and Wednesday. So let's do that. Okay, what could be done to make school a better place? 100% school needs to have more kinesthetic activities. Not everybody learns well from reading or from books. Kids learn from doing. They're active peoples. And I don't know why we insist on having children just sit quietly and not move, because that is not how they learn. As much as I had my son when he was little in a Montessori preschool, and some of their methods just weren't working, but some of them really were. And one of them was the kinesthetic aspect. Most of their learning things all had some sort of movement going along with it, whether it was learning math with physical objects, whether it was thinking about science in a way that had more hands-on, quote-unquote, experiments, even though they were little kids. They 4 and 5 years old, 3, 4, 5-year-olds. They didn't know they were doing science, but they were doing science because they were doing things like mixing liquids together and doing the tactile rice table things, and a lot more art, a lot more music. We have all those things in preschool, and then we hit elementary school and we just stop. We stop having music time. We stop having just sitting down and coloring for no other purpose than to express ourselves with color. There doesn't have to be, to learn, there doesn't have to be a testable outcome. And I find that really, do we have to end up with kids who can show competency in areas? Probably. But the best things I've ever learned in life had nothing to do with book learning, Kids love to take things apart and put them back together. Give them a space with old broken computers that don't work, and give them screwdrivers and things, and let them take them apart and see what they look like inside. Are they going to put it back together? No, they're not going to put it back together. But now they know what it looks like inside a computer, and they have a better understanding. And then you can start explaining, you know, these wires do this, and why do these wires do this? And let them ask questions. I don't think we let our kids ask enough questions. And I don't think we let them explore. I think we just tell them rather than let them learn. And I think that is really a disservice to our children. Really, really is. I wanted to be a teacher back in the day, and I still really love to teach, but I don't think I couldn't handle the administration part, and part of it was the whole testing, and the idea that if your kids didn't pass the standardized test, then you were a bad teacher. You're not. Teachers are not bad teachers if the kids aren't able to pass a standardized test. Especially if the test is not properly created. I've seen some really bad tests. Some really, really bad ones. But I think that's how we could make schools better. I think we could have people coming in, get more parents involved in, coming in and talking about what they do for a living and how you could get there. If someone's mom is a nurse, have mom come in and talk about what it's like to be a nurse. What are the best parts of being a nurse? How do you become a nurse? What do you have to do to get there? I don't think kids get enough of that, of practical, they want to be a doctor. They say they want to be a doctor when they're little. Lots of kids say they want to be a doctor when they're little. Nobody tells them how to do it. Nobody says, oh, that's awesome. You want to be a doctor. These are the things doctors need to know. We need to know about the human body and how it works. What do you want to know about the human body? What part of the human body do you want to study about? Let's give kids like electives, even in a younger setting, and say, what do you want to learn about? And I want you to really study it. Like, we have so many resources now that the teacher doesn't have to know everything. That's the other thing. Teachers don't. I could teach somebody something without ever knowing the subject. And you know how I can do that? By asking them questions and saying, go find out. Just go find out. And how would you go find out? Maybe you can go ask people. If you know people who know stuff. Maybe you can use the internet. Use books. Use videos. That's okay. We all have many, many, many resources of how we can learn stuff, but you're not going to learn it if you're not interested in it. So let the kids, I'm not saying for every single subject, but for some part of the day, let the day be the exploration part of your day, where you explore something. What do you want to explore today? I love dinosaurs. Okay, what do you want to explore about dinosaurs today? I want to learn more about T-Rex. Okay, how are we going to do that? What do you want to know about T-Rex? Do you want to know how big they are? Do you want to know what they ate? Do you want to know where they lived? What parts of the world that we found dinosaur bones of T-Rex? I mean, what part do you want to know? See, I don't have to know the answers to what is T-Rex like. I need to know the questions to ask. And let the kids just do their thing. Kids are smarter than you think. They really are. And they will learn stuff. On their own. And what they need is somebody to help direct their thoughts. And kids need to learn how to think. Like, I don't need to know the answer to, what year was the Crimean War. I don't really need to know that, honestly. To be absolutely truthful, I don't need to know when was the Crimean War. What I need to know is, how do I find out when was the Crimean War if I'm ever asked that question? How do I find that out? It's more important to learn how to learn. That's what the kids need to be taught. Kids need to be taught how to learn how to learn. And I think we've lost that. We've lost that ability. We used to do a lot of research in the library. And that was a lot of learning how to learn. I didn't need to know the answer. I needed to know how to find the answer. And if there is no answer, if nobody can give me an answer, then I need to figure out how to get that answer on my own. Because that's how you do better in life, And if nobody has an answer, well, then maybe that's a question as humans we need to ask ourselves. Maybe that's how some people really become the explorers, the scientists. They ask a question and nobody can give them a good answer, so they figure it out on their own. They learn, okay, well, in order to know this answer, I need to figure out the math. I need to figure out the science. I need to figure out the physics. Because nobody can tell me why my question can't be answered. And that's how we grow as human beings. That's how we grow as a culture. So I think we really, really, really do our kids a disservice by not teaching them how to teach themselves. I really, really do. Let's see. I think this needs a little something here. There's another loop. Going this. Let's make my loop going this. And let's put a line in here. What do you think? Do you guys agree with me that we really need to learn how to learn better and not just require our kids to just memorize stuff? Because you know what? If you just require kids to memorize stuff, they're going to forget it. Think of all the things over the years that you have memorized and how few of them you actually still remember. There are some I still remember. Sometimes it amazes me what I still remember. But at other times it's like, yeah, I have no idea. Not got a clue. I know I learned it in school. I know I passed the test in school. I know I probably got an A or B in school on that particular subject. Do I remember it? No, I do not. Absolutely do not remember it. I want more. Why am I wanting more? I don't know, because I just feel like I want smaller background areas. I want just like a lot of lines in here. Lots of loops. One more in here. I think I need one going this way. Wow, what was that? What was that? Beep. Come on. Why won't it go? Oh, now I lost my notification. Lovely. Don't you love when that happens? Click on the notification and it disappears and it doesn't go to where it's notified, and then you don't know what the notification was about. That's feeling pretty good. That's feeling pretty good. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to fill in all those background spots with black. If you want to fast forward through this part, feel free, because it's going to take me a while. So it's been about a half hour of drawing lines. It's going to be probably close to a half hour filling in. So just FYI, you can leave and come back if you want to. Perhaps I should use not my brush pen. Perhaps I should use like the bigger one of these and just do it. Yeah, that's probably better. Probably a little more accurate. Alright, should we do another question while we're doing this? Would you rather go on a rocket into space or on a submarine to the bottom of the ocean? Ooh. Ooh. Good question. They both are intriguing, aren't they? At one point, I think I would have immediately said a rocket into space. But I've been watching quite a bit of underwater exploration videos from the NOAA, the National something Oceanic, National Oceanic AA. I don't know what the AA stands for. Anyway, I've been watching a lot of their stuff on YouTube, and it's fascinating. But the problem is you really can't go on a submarine in the bottom of the ocean. That's not an actual thing. You can take a submarine and you can go down, but you can't go to the bottom of the ocean. You can't go into the deepest trenches. Humans aren't able to withstand those pressures. But would I want to take a small submersible to a safe depth and look at marine life? Yeah, that would be fun. That's the one thing we have going for us going into space rather than going into the deep sea, is that in space we actually have less pressure. You have to deal with things like weightlessness. In both scenarios, you have to deal with things like lack of oxygen. We've solved that. We're able to have enough oxygen or create enough oxygen for humans to live in a controlled environment, in a spaceship or in a submarine vessel. However, submarines, once you get to a certain depth, the pressures of the ocean is just too much for us. And a catastrophic implosion will occur if you are not careful in the deep sea. This is just so much fun. I just enjoy. It's very relaxing to just make the drawing. Just draw. And this one is particularly fun because there is no pattern. It's just lines. We're just doing more, just lines. Pick up your pen and just draw lines. Very therapeutic. Speaking of therapeutic, if you guys watch Cinnamon Cooney, she's recently been on her own journey of mental well-being, and matter of fact, I just got a notification she's live as I draw this. She's live doing her video called "My Kid Saved My Life," and later this afternoon, I'm going to grab a tissue, sit down and watch it. And I'm really grateful for the people who very openly and honestly talk about their mental health, because it becomes such a stigma for some people and they don't take care of their mental health. Sometimes you just have to take a mental health day. You just do, and I wish we had that ability in our culture to just acknowledge that I need a mental health day today. I need to take care of myself and do things to give you that. This is one of my outlets, is just picking up my pen and just drawing something, even if I don't have a plan. And I clearly didn't have a plan for this, and that's okay. I have no pattern, no thought, no preconceived idea. Just picked up my pen and just started drawing. Was I inspired by that other person's drawing? Yes, indeed. Does mine look like hers? No, it does not. Not supposed to. I'm not copying somebody else's stuff. I am just taking what's in my self and just expressing it using my pen. I've often thought that becoming an art therapist would be a good idea, but here in the United States, you can't use the term art therapist without actually being a clinical therapist, which would require, going back to school and becoming a PhD. I'm not ready for that. Not my thing. So here I sit on YouTube and encourage you guys, when you're having a mental health, take a mental health day. Pick up your pen and do something that makes your brain happy. We're really quick to in this culture to talk about you need to have your body healthy, exercise, diet. That's like an open book. But we're not willing to talk about keeping your brain healthy. And you really need to do that. Your soul needs this. Mine does. My soul, deep down in my soul, I need to draw. It's not an option for me. Now, for some people, maybe it would be an option. Maybe for them, it's something else. Maybe for them, it's writing and making journals. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's meditation and prayer. There's all sorts of things. It's not just one thing. But for me, my personal journey, I know I'm having a hard mental health time when I have a period of time that I just don't want to draw. If there's a day where I say, I should draw today, and I don't want to pick up the pen, then I need to analyze why. Sometimes it's just tiredness and just, fatigue, and that's okay. Sometimes you need a physical health day. If I'm actually fatigued and I just need to rest, that's okay. But other times it's like, okay, I need a mental health day. I know I need a mental health day, but I don't want to pick up a pen. That's when I'm worried about myself. That's when I need to tell somebody else, I can't pick up a pen. Don't know why, but I can't pick up a pen. I have found it interesting that I have stopped reading long books. Still read stuff. But I used to read novels like they were water. And I've stopped. I've just like, I have not had the inclination to pick up a book to read for fun in a couple of years. And I don't know why. But something inside me has changed, and I can't figure it out. I'm not very happy with this blob shape that's happened here. I don't like the general shape of it. I'm kind of bored with it. It's better. Okay, I'm better with that. Probably didn't need to start with that blob shape in the first place. That was a bit much. Next time I won't. I did because she had a blob shape in the middle of hers, but, you know, that's not how my brain went. Now I know. But you really, really, really need to be able to have someone in your corner that can recognize when you are no longer acting correct. It's like, okay, something's changed. And are you okay? And not only are you okay, but I suspect that one of her kids said, "You're not okay, and I'm not letting you let it go, and I'm calling a doctor." Sometimes you need somebody to do that for you. You know? But what's really sad is when you know that you need mental health help, and you've asked for mental health help, and you don't get it. I have a friend, I'm not going to say where that friend lives, not even the country. Could be in the United States, could be elsewhere. But she has reached out to her doctors, to the system, the insurance, and they just don't help her. And I don't understand why. I don't know if they don't believe her. I don't get it. And she's a really good advocate for herself. She's not in that place where somebody else has to intervene. She recognizes that she needs help. She wants professional help. And yet, when she asks for it, you know, things like they make her an appointment and it's for some place that she can't physically get to. Because part of her mental health has to do with her physical disabilities. And they make her an appointment for some place she can't get to. I don't understand in this world of computers why they can't make her a Zoom appointment. I have yet to figure that out. It's like, don't they have Zoom appointments where they can, I mean, you don't have to go to them. They don't have to go to you. There's a way to do this. There are lots of mental health commercials for that. BetterHelp and other places. that talk about the Zoom health care, mental health care therapists, and why can we not have that where she lives? I don't understand. Anyway, I'm ranting on about something that's really not mine to talk about. Unless you are mutual friends with both of us, you won't know who I'm talking about. So I feel fairly confident in that. But we want to get ourselves help before it gets to the point of crisis, before it gets to the point of needing to be hospitalized, before it gets to the point where we choose a drastic step that we cannot come back from. And that's why I come out here and be with you guys. And I know when I'm having a hard mental day and I can't come out here, I really need to. It's time. I'm behind on my videos, and I don't come out here and be with you guys. I know I'm having a hard mental health day, and I have to tell my husband I'm having a hard mental health day, and I need you to help me. Sometimes all I need to do is just veg on the sofa, watch some TV, and that's all it takes to get out of my funk. But sometimes my funk stays for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this black hole of whatever this happened to happen here. Not sure I like that. Gonna change some of what's happening here. Something like that. That's a little better, a little smoother transition. Something like that. Okay, better with that. I for sure I would have been happier if I didn't have the blob there. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm gonna leave it. I was gonna do some shading, but I don't think I want to. I think I'm just gonna leave it just the way it is. Which direction does it want to live? Does it want to live that way? No, it wants to live with that in one of those corners. I think that corner. Okay. It's just lines again. Okay, you guys have a blessed day. Like I said, if you are in a crisis, reach out to somebody. If you're just having one of those days, then pick up a pen and just draw lines. It really is very helpful. I will see you on the next video, whenever that happens to be. And you guys have a blessed day. I'm feeling like I want to make those. I don't want to shade, but I just want to emphasize some of these crossovers. So I'm going to use my big pen. I'm just going to come like that. Yeah. We're going to emphasize these 4 that we started with anyway. That looks different. I'm just going to take some of these top ones and bring them more forward by doing that. I think I want this one too. Okay, that's better. Why I thought I needed that, I don't know, but it wanted it. Wanted those ones on the top. Okay, you guys have a blessed day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. If you know somebody who's struggling, reach out to them and just say, you know, I'm here. And if you want me to just sit with you, and we can sit together in silence and just draw stuff. And I'll be here for you. That's okay. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. This one has been extraordinarily long, and I'm going to run out of SD card time. So I've got to go. I'll see you guys on the next video, where we were going to celebrate the end of February. Bye-bye.